Alright, what is up and welcome back to the Vanlife Network news. My name is Rens and I'm tuning in from France. I don't know exactly where, I'm just parked up at a regular motorhome spot. And if you're new to the Vanlife Network news, this is basically a video where we cover all updates regarding the Vanlife Network. So there's going to be new features and updates, some news things that have been going on inside of the community, some meetups and some other things. So let's get started. All right, first we're starting off by some features and updates. And the first thing I really want to bring up is our shout out by the CEO of Skool. So inside of the Skoolers community, which is made for school owners basically, I made this post, 5 IRL meetups, IRL meaning in real life, 3 countries, 2 weeks, 1 motorhome, thanks Skool. So I basically just showed what Skool has done for me in the past weeks. And if we scroll down a little bit, we see that it had quite some engagement. Of course, Mindy is also in there, Ethan, Jay La Rosa, and then it is Sam Ovens. And if I hover over him, you can see that this guy, he's actually the founder and CEO of Skool. And he said, so cool. So this was just a little win for me, or maybe quite a big win to be honest, that I just wanted to bring up once again. Because yeah, Skool is just an amazing platform to actually connect people in real life. All right, then let's go to the second thing, which is our QR code sticker. Now, let's actually go to the original idea, which was Daniela's idea. And she said, in the idea box, so if you have never seen it, we have an idea box inside of the community where you can share ideas for the Vanlife Network. No idea is too small or too crazy, just throw it in. And Daniela actually had this amazing idea. We could create stickers with a QR code and spread them around the world. Wherever we travel, we can randomly stick them on lampposts or anywhere suitable, especially where campers go, dump stations, campgrounds, designated RV spots, and so on. And I thought this was just an amazing idea. So what we did is we actually got to work, and with we, I mean Larissa and me. And Larissa is one of the moderators inside of the Vanlife Network. We actually had a meetup, but later, more on this later. And we came up with this design. Now, I think it turned out very, very cool. And why we actually took this design, because yellow catches your eye very quickly, especially when lampposts or posts or whatever dump stations are usually gray. So the yellow really attracts the eye, and we wanted to keep it simple. So obviously with our logo, we want to create curiosity, like what is the Vanlife Network? Well, it's a place where Vanlifers connect online and meet offline. Scan me. It is super simple. There's no fanciness around it. It is just a few elements. And obviously the call to action is scan me. Now, the fun thing about this QR code is that the QR code links to a bit.ly page. This is the link tracker. So we kind of used this link for the QR code, and this actually redirects the scanner straight to our Skool about page. And you can see that we have got engagement right here. Now, these are engagement of us testing the thing. So please don't just all of you scan the QR code now. But the great thing is that we can actually track how many times and what days the code has been scanned, which is amazing. And you can also see that we've tested it 5 times from France, and also Andrew has tested it from New Zealand, and it works. So this is very, very cool. They are being printed right now. We'll ship them to Larissa's house, and Larissa is gonna bring them back to France, and we're gonna spread them out to all members. So thank you so much, Daniela. Big, big shout out to you for this amazing idea. Obviously, we want to have some guidelines on the stickers, not really guidelines, but just like some rules, let's say, because we don't want to vandalize stuff. We don't want to ruin the place. Like we want to keep everything nice and tidy. We just want to spread love, basically. So don't just slap them anywhere. We want to have very designated spots where we actually slap them. And these are spots where campers usually go to. All right, then next thing. This is a new feature and an update from Skool. And this is actually a membership question. Now, what this actually means is before you could ask to members of a free community, new members I should say, you could ask 3 questions. And this was just to get some market research. Now, recently Skool had an update. If we go to the membership questions, you can now see that we have a question that is being asked, which is, where did you first hear about the Vanlife Network? And the options are social media, the school's discovery page, or just Skool in general, friends, word of mouth, or in-person meetup, or the sticker. So a QR code in the wild. This is just a fun way for us to actually track where people find us and where people come from. There's only 4 answers possible, but I think with these 4 answers we kind of covered everything. And this is just fun for us to know if these stickers actually work, and of course where else they come from if they didn't come from the sticker. All right, then let's go to some Vanlife Network news. First of all, we've got 2 new members, which is very exciting. So first I want to welcome Deanna. And the cool thing is, I know Deanna from my other community, Affinity Photo Creatives. She has already introduced herself. So if you hear about this, then please say hello to Deanna. I actually had a private lesson with, a few actually, private lessons with Deanna. So it is amazing to see you here. Welcome inside of the Vanlife Network. And then we've got LP, and LP is actually a couple. So we've got LP, which is Laura and Peter. They're Vanlifers since 2023 with their camper. They've got like a big truck, Mick, and they're looking to meet other Vanlifers. Now, LP, I've met both of them on the first event of Betoeterd, so the first edition, I should say, of the Vanlife meeting or Vanlife Festival Betoeterd. And they kind of knew me from YouTube or Instagram, and so we got to meet up. I actually sat on this deck where they're chilling in their little pool. I actually sat here and drank a beer with them, so that is super amazing. And I just want to say welcome Laura and Peter to the Vanlife Network. All right, then another amazing thing, which is our first real collaboration, I believe, and that is between Diego and Katie. Now, if you don't know Katie, Katie is an amazing artist. So she's an illustrator and she makes all designs and illustrations around Vanlife. And so Diego actually got in touch with her and he asked her, hey, can we work together on my van, because I would love to wrap it. And look what they came up with. It is absolutely, absolutely amazing. This is very, very personal, so I believe that he loves these kind of colors, like the retro kind of colors. He's a very techie guy, so you can see the tech right here. You can see the mountains, like the height, the elevation circles, I don't know what to call them. And on the other side, you can see a different design, and the name of his van is Nabu. And so it was also printed on the side. Well, it is not printed yet. This is first the design, but I think this is gonna be a banger design. So thank you so much for sharing this, Diego and Katie. And so if you want any design done, we are gonna collaborate with Katie for stickers. The QR code sticker, we actually made it ourselves because Katie was fully booked until half of August, which I think is absolutely amazing. But if you want anything designed in a fun style, make sure to check out Katie on Instagram. Her Instagram, it is illustration. So this is her page, this is Katie, and she designs these amazing stickers, and now she's also doing decals for fans. So give her a follow because we can help her to get to 10,000 followers. All right, then another cool thing is I'm on fire, and Andrew is going to be on fire soon as well. Now, what does this even mean to be on fire? You can see next to my name, there's this little fire emblem or symbol, and it means that I had a 30-day streak of 10 activities per day. Now, let me actually dive into this to explain what this actually is. You can see these green little squares, and it becomes fully green if you have 10 activities per day. What is an activity? An activity is either a post, it is a comment, it is a reply, or it is a like. So if you do 10 of these things a day, which is very simple to do because you can easily like 10 posts a day. This is like 1 minute of work. And you do this for 30 days in a row, you actually get this status. The thing is, if you break your streak, you will lose your fire and you have to start over again. So this is basically now, let's say, my accountability little fire, so that I will actually be consistent on Skool. And let me actually find, if I can find Andrew. There he is. Andrew currently is on a streak of 28 days. So you can see here he missed 1 day. and then he started over right here, and now he is on day 28. So he needs 3 more days until he also gets a fire behind his name. And I'm very, very curious how many of us we can actually light up inside of this community. So Andrew, keep it going. He actually mentioned to me that he wants to keep his streak for the full year, which is pretty impressive, because that would mean that this whole thing would be little green squares. And it might not seem much, but just tiny bits of consistency over a long period of time will actually get you places, let's say. All right, let's go back to the news. Very, very interesting. Recently, I saw on Facebook a post about a guy or girl, I think it was a guy, who posted about his brand new platform, which is called Hey Vanner. And Hey Vanner is basically a van life community platform. And so I put this behind here: is the Vanlife Network in danger? So this is what their website looks like. It is a social platform for vanlifers. The way it works is members, they can kind of know when they are nearby. Then you can wave, and if the other person digitally waves back, then you can start messaging with each other and you can meet wherever the road takes you. That is their whole premise. I think there's going to be a community type of thing as well. There's also a free membership, let's say. So I will probably at some point just try it out to see what this thing actually is. Now, someone in the community said it is different from the Vanlife Network. Obviously, we are here to connect people and to make them meet in real life. But the thing is, we're doing online meetups, and that is where this platform is actually lacking, because our strength is by actually meeting each other online, so that whenever we do meet offline, it is just like you're meeting an old friend. And so they, like, even if you wave at each other, I believe there's still going to be this awkwardness, like, hey, okay, so we want to connect, now what? So yeah, just to let you guys know, there is something out there. We don't feel threatened by this, because we have an amazing family inside of the Vanlife Network, which not a single platform can actually take over or whatever. All right, then, very cool. So we're gonna go over our Skool rank, and every week I mention the Skool rank because you guys cannot really see where we are at on the ranking. Actually you can, and I will show you right now. If we go to the if we go to the settings, let's say, and we go to discovery, you can see that we are currently ranked 55, which means we've entered the top 60. And why is it so exciting that we've actually entered the top 60? That is because right now, if we go to our discovery and we go to hobbies, which is our category, and right now you can see that if we go to the second page, we should be on place 55, which is absolutely amazing. Now, obviously, we want to be on the very first page. And why do we want this? Because then organically, people who are just roaming inside of Skool can actually find our community and join our family. And we've got a few more places to go. This is actually my other community, randomly at a place at number 40. We're going to overtake the Affinity Photo Creators very, very soon, I think, within the next weeks. So very, very exciting. Current Skool rank is 55. And also another very interesting thing is yesterday we actually had our most active day on Skool. So let me actually go into the settings, and you can see that 39 members of the 41 members in total were active in the past month, which is a very, very high activity rate. So we're doing things very well. And you can see that the square yesterday was the light, bright, dark green square, whatever you want to call this color. And we had 718 activities, meaning we've got 718 likes, posts, comments, share, replies, and so on. So we're doing a great job. This actually got us from place 62 to 55 immediately, which is amazing. So help us get to the first page by just liking people's stuff, commenting on people's stuff, engaging with each other. It is the best way for us to grow organically within Skool. And of course, we're gonna try to attract more members from outside with YouTube videos, with Instagram, word of mouth, and so on. So thank you so much for being super, super active. I'm very excited about this, and let's go to the next thing. So we had 3 meetups as far as I'm concerned this week, which is super cool. So the first one was Annika and Jelle, and I think they actually made a post. All right, so here it is, Jelle and Annika in Spain. Last Monday I met up with Jelle in northern Spain, and since then we stayed at 2 amazing places. I think they've hanged out for quite some days. I'm not even sure if they're still together, but we've got some lovely pictures from Jelle and Annika right here, going on beautiful hikes, etc., etc. So this is super, super cool. If you do a meetup, please post because we all want to see that. Then, what I just said, we didn't do it yet. Sorry, we were too busy doing QR codes and other designs. We are gonna make our post, but Larissa and Rens, we also actually met up in France. We had a great time. Let me actually see if I can pull up some pictures. There we go. So as you can see, we built a campfire, and actually we built a campfire almost every day. Buddy and Shiva got to meet each other and they became best friends forever. It was super fun to see. Also, we met up with my friends because they were on their way to Spain. So we actually had even a bigger meetup, and that was just something super fun. So yeah, we're gonna make a post about it very, very soon. All right, then this one just came in, which is Saya and Lucien. Right now, while recording this, they are actually meeting up. And let's actually see if I can pull it up. There we go. Saya posted this 4 hours ago. TVLN meeting happening now with Lucien Kempe. They just posted this picture, so I couldn't leave them out. They are cheersing here in Sweden, which is amazing. I don't know who this man is, but they seem to have a lot of fun. Enjoy your time in Sweden together, Lucien and Saya, and man, amazing, amazing. I love seeing these things. All right, then some little notes. I think I already kind of went over these before we wrap it up. So as mentioned, we had our most active day yesterday, of which I'm super, super proud. I kind of had a tough day, and at the very end of the day, after killing a pigeon, I came to my other spot and I checked Skool, and I was like, wow, we have never been so active. So please engage with each other if you have time, and if you like hanging out inside of the Vanlife Network. It will really help the community grow. Activities are posts, comments, replies, and likes. So if you're just scrolling and if you're just reading stuff, just give some thumbs up. Even if you don't really want to interact by commenting or whatever, just give some thumbs up, and it would really help us grow as a community. And one more tip, and I actually gave this tip to Andrew recently. He wants to get his fire streak going for the full year, and he told me, like, actually this got me a little bit because I kind of got less active, because now I want to make sure that I can actually make 10 activities, because otherwise I'm gonna miss at day 20 whatever or 30 whatever. And so I gave him a little trick that I actually learned from Mindy. And that is that liking your own posts or your own comments or your own replies also count as activity. So even if you have engaged with anything or everything inside of the community, and you gave every single thing a like, you can just leave 5 comments, like your own comments, and you're good for the day. All right, I can't wait for the QR code stickers to be ready. I can't wait to have them on my hand. Larissa and I, we also have some other cool things coming up, which is super, super fun. So more on this later, and we hope to see you inside of the community and at our next digital campfire.